Hi, my name's Greg. I work for PTS, and I've been making YouTube videos on my own YouTube channel for a little bit of a while, and I've been playing Airsoft for a few years. It really started off as just making montages, really just kind of making cool videos that I want to watch, and it's kind of a key of YouTube that I found is, if you make videos that you want to watch, then it kind of comes back full circle. But yeah, just making cool action videos, little montages, and kind of moved into reviews, but that's more or less how it got started. It was Extreme Combat was the local field in North Carolina, which I played at a lot. That's where a lot of my videos are actually filmed at. I was actually stationed at Fort Bragg, so that's one of the reasons. It was like the closest field, but it was actually surprisingly a really good field. Had a lot of flexibility, and they've been actually developing a lot over the years. So they've actually had like a whole nother city, a whole nother fort, and it's been pretty developing a lot. And it's not too far from Ballahack either, which is only a couple hours away. So that area was actually a pretty good area to be playing in. I was in the Army for about 6 years, got out and switched over to reserve, so technically still in, but technically also out as well. So it's kind of like, reserve is kind of like that interesting gray line when you kind of do what you need to do once a month, but otherwise you get your life back. No, I actually did go to Japan for a while though. I was stationed in Japan for a while, but other than that, it was mostly just garrison duty life. I had like a liver condition that prevented me from being deployed, which kind of sucked because I was in a SOC unit for a while, and that's kind of the whole point of being in a SOC unit. But I still got to jump out of planes, still got to have fun, got to go to quite a few schools and stuff, and overall have a great adventure. So I was glad to fulfill my contract. Some people don't always fulfill their full contract, but I fulfilled everything that I was set out to do for the most part, and came back in one piece with my legs still attached. Kind of my focus, because I'm now working for PTS as well, which is great because that involves like product development, marketing, kind of being more, helping the company be more socially relevant in the airsoft community, in the airsoft space. But yeah, I was still doing my YouTube thing because I get to help out with small independent film projects, hang out with other YouTubers. It's still very core to what I do because it's a cool hobby, but it's kind of become an interesting lifestyle / career as well. So, and I really don't like having a regular normal job, so it fits me really well. I mean, the reviews is more like kind of keeping me abreast of what the latest and greatest more so is, and kind of delivering. And I'm only going to review things that I'm really interested in, or I think you guys would be interested in. That's kind of my thing. I'm very picky about what I review. It's kind of cool because everyone in the airsoft world kind of has their niche, and with me, sometimes I just kind of pick those things that other people haven't checked out yet, and so I can help bring them to you as well. But I'm also looking at doing a few other things, maybe video game related, because I was in the Battlefield Showdown, and I also put that to use. But I do love gaming a lot too. I used to do a lot of gaming before I did airsoft, so might start bringing a little bit more of that in. We've really gotten to cons lately, like conventions, so might do some cosplay stuff as well. But who knows? We'll see where the channel takes us. But just kind of making some new videos as we go. It was all of USA versus all of Europe. Like literally, like the names for the most part of people who could make the Showdown went and represented Team USA against Team Europe, and I was lucky to know the right people, and I was actually pretty decent at Battlefield too. They brought me in, and since it was on console, I actually had a pretty good leg up because most of the guys that they brought in were PC players. So yeah, we fought tooth and nail, and we destroyed Europe 3-0. It was pretty good. Fought for my country in the battlefield. Yeah. CQB is fun. I mean, it really depends on the field and how it's played, but my favorite really is outdoor because there's nothing like the hunt or ambushing people or seeing a guy and be like, how do I want to tackle this situation? CQB is fun, but like I said, depending on the rules that you have, it can kind of change how fun it is. But I do like the hunt when you can really play with what you got on the field and really flank here or there, or hide here or there, ambush or counter ambush, and all that stuff. It gets really crazy, and that's what I like. I like outdoors the most. for the sport, I mean, the sport it's a lot of fun. So if you want to get into it, I mean, you know, get a good bunch of guys together. You know, it really doesn't cost a lot to get into the sport initially. You know, you can get a pretty affordable gun for like 150, 160 bucks, and you know, just get out there and go play, have fun, really get involved with the sport. And then, you know, as time goes on, maybe you want to move on to the milsim things, and it really, you get more into the immersion and more into, like, you know, more the authentic style of gameplay. And if you want to start a channel, it's, you know, you got to find a niche within a niche, because, you know, it's kind of hard to figure out what exactly you want to do, but find something that you enjoy, whether it's making montages or making immersion videos or making reviews, maybe a little bit of both, or maybe, you know, showing how that relates to, you know, other training or doing training videos, something like that. There's always something you can do, and, you know, the space is, while it's small and big at the same time, there's always room for it to grow. So, you know, everyone's welcome to new faces onto the scene. Well, I just want to give a big shout to Airsoftology Jonathan for his awesome video and his editing tips. And he's got a lot of good advice when it comes to video production, so maybe that'd be a cool video too. But yeah, you know, big shout out to him. Also, make sure you subscribe to Spartan117GW. And also, we're at Broken Home 3, so make sure you guys check out American Milsim and PTS Syndicate. So I'll see you guys next time. Spartan117GW. You're watching Airsoftology.